answer is yes and no. And to understand why that is so, you need to understand a little bit about hair and what hair does. Hair grows in cycles. So most of the hair on your head right now is in its growth phase, and it also has a shedding phase, and then it has a resting phase. And hair cycles through these phases throughout your entire life. Usually when hair is transplanted, it kind of resets. So it will go then into the shedding phase, and all the little tiny hairs that have been transplanted, all of the grafts, will shed, and sometimes your native hair will shed too. That's called shot loss. And then over the next 3 to 6 months, as the hair moves through the resting phase, it will wake back up and start to grow for you. Now, this means that you have to wait for your hair to grow immediately post-transplant. You don't have, you don't go from Telly Savalas to Flock of Seagulls immediately. But most people find that this is an advantage, because then the results are desirably subtle. Even though if you compare your before and afters photos from a year after the surgery, you see dramatic results. It's still subtle as the changes are happening. So the hair does fall out short term, but most patients who go through this find that an advantage. Now there's a kind of separate part to your question. If you're asking, does the hair fall out long term? Well, you will have less hair when you're 80 than when you were a teenager or in your 20s. Part of that is just age-related loss. Some of that might be male pattern or female pattern hormonal genetic loss. Androgenetic alopecia is the doctor term that we all use. And I don't know what's going to happen in your lifetime. You may develop cancer and have hair loss from chemotherapy. You may develop, some of the other, medical conditions that will have hair loss as a consequence of those medical conditions, like alopecia areata is one. There's various different, medical problems that might happen. So I can't predict that with perfect accuracy, but I can say for the vast majority of patients, the hair that we transplant it's permanent, which is one of the reasons that we have to be good at what we do. So the main answer is, does the transplanted hair ever fall out? Yes and no. Yes, it does short term, but long term it is fair to consider it permanent.